Welcome back to Living Local. Americans may say they like to travel, but most don't venture abroad very often. According to a study published in the Hostel World Global Traveler Report, Americans are half as likely as Europeans to go abroad and visit more than one country. But there are a lot of benefits to taking a trip to another country. Studies show it can boost your mental health, relieve stress, enhance creativity, and enlighten you on different cultures. Joining me in studio, we have Gale Hoff. She is with the Scottish American Society of the Quad Cities, as well as Mary Fislar with Picture Perfect Travel in Rock Island. Thank you two so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So first of all, what benefits have you both experienced from traveling abroad?
Oh gosh, it's just so much fun to meet people from all walks of life, from both sides of the pond, as we say, and realize that they're not any different than we are, which is fabulous to know.
Right. What about you, Mary?
Well, and you mentioned learning about other cultures, which is very true. Also enjoying different foods
Yes.
from the different countries, and meeting people, as Gail mentioned too, is so important. It's an adventure.
And there's an educational trip to Scotland
Yes.
in the works. You guys clearly are sporting the Scottish culture right now. So what are the highlights of this trip? I know there are a lot.
Oh, there are a lot. So we wanted to make this trip both educational, cultural, but we wanted to make it fun too. You're not going to be sitting in a classroom or anything. So we start in Edinburgh, Scotland, which everybody is kind of familiar with Edinburgh, but then we're going to actually make our way all the way up to the very top of Scotland and cross over to the Orkney Islands. And the Orkney Islands have a civilization older than the pyramids. And so we will be exploring that site and really everything in between from Edinburgh up to the Orkney Islands. Castles, distilleries, got to have a little whiskey sometimes. Right, just a little bit of everything. So you get a real taste for Scotland.
And I know you ladies mentioned a military tattoo, okay?
Yes.
So tattoo is not spelled like a normal, ink tattoo. So
Right.
what is a military tattoo?
Want me to tell about it?
Go ahead.
Okay.
You've
Well,
experienced it.
in front of Edinburgh Castle, there's a big esplanade. And what they do the month of August is put bleachers, risers on both sides of that esplanade. And they invite piping bands from all over the world, dancers from all over the world, musicians from all over the world, just for the month of August to come and perform on this stage, this international stage. And so we are fortunate enough, we're going to see the second to the last performance. It includes fireworks, light shows. It's just a fabulous, fabulous night. So it's something special that you have to go in August to see.
In your travels and experience, what do you think is so unique about Scottish culture in particular?
Well, of course, the haggis. You've got to have haggis. And
Which I've tried.
What's haggis? I don't know what this
Oh,
is.
yeah.
I don't.
Well, haggis used to be kind of the food for the poorer people. They got what was ever left of the animal that the lords and ladies didn't want, the peasants would get. And they would cook it all together and put it in kind of a sheep's bladder and roast it, and then it has oatmeal, spices, all kinds of good things in it. Well, we've improved on that a little bit. So now the haggis that we make here in the Quad Cities for our Robert Burns dinner, we use all beef products. They still use lamb over in Scotland, but not some of the parts that you wouldn't want to eat. It's delicious. Kind of think of it as corned beef hash.
Ooh, love that.
Yeah,
okay.
it's wonderful. So.
And
yeah.
when is this trip? I think I need to sign up for it.
Well, the dates are August 22, departing the States, arriving Scotland August 23, returning home September 1. So it's a 9-night vacation, which we hope many people will talk to us about and come to our information night.
And Mary, what kind of tips could you give someone? Maybe this is their first time traveling abroad. What kind of preparations do you need to make before a trip overseas?
Well, first of all, when people come into our travel agency and want to travel to Europe, the first question we ask them is, do you have a passport?
Right.
So that's crucial. Also, if you do have a passport, you want to make sure it's valid for at least 6 months beyond your return date.
Oh, that's a great point to make. Okay.
So that's really the key points. And then people are always asking about weather and what to pack. And so we journey with them as we have them join our tour. So
It's kind of nice to, if you are going on a trip overseas for the first time, it can be nice to go through an organization like this, so you're with other people, you're not having to make all the plans by yourself. So what are some other advantages you guys have seen from going on a tour like this?
Well, our tour is a custom tour. You won't find it in any of the travel companies. It was designed just by Mary and me, and that's what the map is showing, where all the places we're going with the pins there. There will only be 30 people on this trip. It includes all of your wonderful breakfasts in Scotland, and if you've ever seen a Scottish breakfast, you aren't hungry the rest of the day. And then it also includes all of our entries into everything. There are no optional tours, so once you're there, you're not being nickeled and dimed saying, oh, do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? You don't have to make that decision. It's already been made for you. So, and then we have 3 wonderful dinners included also, including a traditional Scottish evening with bagpipes and dancers and things. Plus, you're going to get a chance to learn to play the bagpipes when we're in Glasgow.
What?
Yeah. So it's fabulous.
You guys are really encompassing a lot of culture in this one trip.
We are.
Well, yes, Mary and Gale, thank you two so much for being here. We appreciate
thank you for having us.
Sounds like a blast.
Can we tell you about our informational meeting?
Please do.
This February 11th on Monday at the Rock Island Hy-Vee, 6 o'clock. Mary and I will be there with a presentation of the trip so that everybody will know exactly what they're getting.
Perfect. So if you are interested in that, you do not want to miss that informational meeting.
And if you can RSVP, then we'll have a cookie for you. So
okay.
Make sure you let us know.
Definitely RSVP. Great. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
For
you.
more information on the trip or to Scotland or any other travel destination, go to pictureperfecttravelqc.com, or you can give Mary a call at 309-788-0500. We will have this information as well. And there's Gale's number too, 563-210-1591. We're going to have these details also posted on ourquadcities.com. Stay with us. More Living Local is next.